Speak a good word or remain silent. Speak a good word or remain silent. Speak a good word or remain silent.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala khatamin nabiyyin. Amma ba'd. Fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah wa ala ahlika wa sahabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah wa ala alika wa sahabika ya Nur Allah. The holy saying of the last Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam: adorn your gatherings by reciting salat upon me, as this will be the light for you on the day of judgment. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. We will start today's program. Principle of becoming a better communicator is adaptability or adjustment. Dear viewers, in the beginning itself we have said that these principles will overlap. These principles are correlated with each other. Now, adaptability means what? Adjusting your communication based on the situation, needs and requirements of the receiver. Suppose your receiver is of low intelligence level. Suppose your receiver is very young and you are talking to him about the things which are of high level, which are of high intelligence level. He will not understand. So you should adjust your communication style as per the need of his situation. That is adaptability or adjustment. Now, next we have empathy. Empathy means what? In simple words, see, there is one word sympathy and one word empathy. What is sympathy? To feel with. And what is empathy? To feel into, means to put yourself in the situation of some other person. Suppose Ahmad is suffering from some pain, and if Mahmood is putting himself in his situation, means he is empathizing, and if he is just feeling, then that is sympathy. So empathy means you should keep yourself at his situation and think according to his perspective. Your receiver's perspective you should think. That is called empathy. When you will think from his point of view, definitely your communication style will suit him best. Next principle of becoming a better communicator is non-judgmental. Friends, sometimes what happens? We listen too much of someone. We listen so many things about some person, and the things which we have listened, those things are in our mind, and on the basis of that we talk to that person. That is wrong. We should not judge the people so early. We should not jump over conclusion. We should be very objective. We should be neutral, and then we should talk objectively. Then Insha'Allahul Kareem, communication will be a good communication. We should not judge the people based on some previous listening. The next principle of becoming a better communicator is timeliness. Now, what is timeliness? Sharing your information, sharing your message at proper time. People don't have knowledge when to speak, what to speak. At any time, they speak anything. Now, for example, a teacher wants to give a suggestion about an educational tour, educational trip to his principal. Now, meeting is going on, and in that meeting, discussion of final examination is going on. And if the teacher is giving suggestion of educational trip, that is not good. So at proper time, we should speak proper words, proper sentences, we should convey proper ideas. That is timeliness, means sharing information at proper time, hitting the iron when it is hot. Now, the next principle of becoming a better communicator is choose proper approach. Sometimes people do not use proper methodology to speak. We should use cohesive approach. What is cohesive approach? Cohesive approach is the approach where ideas are well organized and connected with each other. It is like building a strong bridge with all its parts fitting together well. Now please try to understand. I like coffee, sometimes tea. They are very hot. Here ideas are not connected. Now see the sentence. I like hot beverages like tea and coffee as they are perfect on a chilly day. So these ideas are well connected. That is cohesive approach. Means your ideas, your thoughts, your words should flow naturally. They should have a connection. All ideas should have a logical connection with each other. That is called cohesive approach. Now, next topic or next principle of becoming a better communicator is avoiding contradiction and mixed signals. Now, what is this? Avoiding contradictions. Contradictions and mixed signal means what? Very simply, I'll explain. Please try to understand. Speak what you say what you speak, or mean what you say what you mean. Sometimes people speak something else and they behave in some other manner. How? Now you are saying, I am so happy, but your face is so sad. So this is not matching. Contradictions, mixed signals. So whatever you are speaking and your action must match with each other. Suppose guests came to your house and you are saying, welcome to my house, but you are not happy, your facial expressions are sad from where he came. Now who will take care of this guest? So that is not matching. So say what you mean and mean what you say. That is avoiding contradictions and mixed signals. Means don't say one thing and do another. Do the same thing what you are saying. Next principle of becoming a better communicator is relevance. Means your point should be related. Your message should be related. Now suppose Ahmad and Mahmood, they are talking about some religious ceremony which is to be conducted next month in the form of Milad procession, Milad Julus. Ahmad and Mahmood are talking about Milad Julus. Suddenly Mahmood started saying, I will purchase new bungalow, I will paint it in this way, I will decorate it in this way. So he is not relevant to the topic. Ahmad will not concentrate on the message delivered by Mahmood. So your message must be relevant, means related to the topic. Now the next principle of becoming a better communicator is tailoring the message. Now what is tailoring the message? It means adjusting the message according to the recipient. You have seen tailor. Tailor stitches suit for a particular person. So he does not use generic size for all. Size varies customer to customer. So means tailor is adjusting the measurement as per the need of customer. In the same way, you should adjust your message as per the need of your recipient. For example, your friend is a victim of overthinking and now Here you have your role to play. About overthinking you have to speak. That friend, you please live in present. Why are you thinking too much? It will affect your health. So in this way you should, now this message, same message you cannot deliver in front of some other friend. Maybe he is interested in football match. Your one friend is a victim of overthinking, so you should speak to him about overthinking only. And that message is specially for him, not for your other friend who is interested in some football match. That is called tailoring the message, means adjusting your message as per the need of your recipient. Friends, the next principle of becoming a better communicator is imagery or images. What does it mean? When you are speaking, your words should create mental pictures in the mind of your receiver, in the mind of your recipient. We should use images in speaking. For example, if I say, my mother's smile is like a sunshine. So when I used the word sunshine, immediately you understood the message, and this message will be there in your mind for a longer period of time. Images help you to express yourself in a better way. So mental images or pictures. Suppose I say this room is a dark room. But if I say this room is a cave, means cave is a symbol of darkness. So this sentence is more effective as compared to my previous sentence. This room is like a cave. This sentence is more effective as compared to the sentence there is darkness in the room. So we should use images or imagery in our speaking. Images help recipients to visualize the things, to see the things from the eyes of their mind, means they visualize. Now, next principle of becoming a better communicator is repetition. What is repetition? To revise things. Please remember, when you are speaking, you should revise only the key points. You should revise only the gist of the idea. Everything you should not revise, everything you should not repeat. And when you are repeating, every time you should use new structure, you should use new words, so that your audience, your listener, your recipient should not feel bored. Every time you should present that word or that idea in a new way. That is repetition. But it should not be too much. Next principle of becoming a better communicator is good and standard pronunciation. Now, for example, DEAF, the correct pronunciation is deaf. But if you pronounce deaf, your recipient will get distracted. If you say communication, your recipient will get distracted. So you should use standard pronunciation, communication, deaf, not deaf. So this is the meaning of that. Whenever you are pronouncing the words, your pronunciation should be standard. Now, this is the next principle of becoming a better communicator. Good and standard pronunciation. Your pronunciation should be clear, first of all, and it should be good. It should not be wrong, and it should be standard one. Standard one means not too much hi-fi, which people can understand easily. But if your pronunciation is standard, definitely you will be considered as an effective communicator. For example, communication. See this word, communication. If I pronounce it wrongly, communication, so the mind, the attention of my recipient will get distracted. It means I will have to pronounce it correctly. Now, what is correct pronunciation? Communication. Okay. Now, Standard pronunciation means what? Every word is made up of different syllables. Syllables means units of sounds. Communication, 5 syllables. Okay. Now see, communication. This is simple. Communication. Now this is standard one. Rising, falling tone on specific syllables. So that is good and standard pronunciation. But please remember, it requires mastery, and mastery comes after practice. Practice makes a man perfect. All of a sudden it will not happen. You will have to do the drill work. Then we can show wonders in this field. Okay, next principle of becoming a better communicator is loud voice. Now loud voice means not shouting. You must have seen people when they speak, they murmur or they mumble. Whatever they speak, only they can listen. If a person is sitting even very close to him, even he cannot listen. They speak in their mouth itself, means they are mumbling, they are murmuring. That should not happen. Loud voice is like a horn of a vehicle, which attracts the attention of the people who are on the road and busy in their own way. So that horn attracts the attention of people. In the same way, loud voice will make your recipient active. Even if he is feeling sleepy, dizzy, he will be active because of your loud voice. But loud voice should be adjusted as per the situation. Suppose the room is quiet, then you should use moderate volume, not too high. That is the meaning of loud voice. And definitely loud voice attracts attention and message is delivered and understood properly, but it should not be a kind of shouting, and it should be adjusted according to the situation. Next principle of becoming a better communicator is intonation pattern. Now what is intonation? So intonation is the same thing, melody of speech. Means sometimes you should raise your voice, rising and falling tone. That is the melody of speech. As rhythm is the melody of singing a poem, in the same way intonation is the melody, the rhythm of speech. Dear friends, next principle of becoming a better communicator is moderate speed. Now what is moderate speed? You should not be too fast or too slow. For example, avoid rushing. How? I am going to the store, I have to buy milk, eggs and pen. This is very fast. Avoid rushing. This was avoid rushing. Now avoid dragging. I am going to the store to buy milk, bag, pen. This is dragging. Means neither too fast nor too slow. You should adopt in between speed, that is moderate speed. For example, I am going to the shop to purchase milk, bag and pen. This is called moderate speed. You should not be fast, you should not be slow. Next principle of communication is tactful use of fillers. Very important principle of communication. Fillers means what? The words or expressions or phrases which we use to fill the gaps, to fill the pauses. That is called filler. First of all, dear friends, I will suggest not to use fillers, because using fillers requires too much practice and too much mastery. Otherwise, your recipient will get distracted. So better avoid fillers. if you want to use fillers, you must use it tactfully. How? Now I'll show. First of all, fillers. What are the fillers? For example, oh, like, you know, some people you must have seen. They repeat this sentence, like I was going there, like I was doing this, like I want to be like this. So this is distracting the attention of your receiver. How can he understand your message? Where is the flow of your message? Where is the flow? So you should avoid such fillers and you should use linking words or transitional phrases. Transitional phrases means words or phrases which join expressions, which join ideas. They are called as transitional phrases. You should use such phrases. For example, finally, in addition to this, on the contrary, instead of like, these are the fillers. And fillers make your communication weaker. And we are here to make our communication better. So better to avoid filler. Next principle of becoming a better communicator is effective use of body language. Body language means, gesture, posture, facial expressions, hand movements, body movements, that should be used effectively. Body language. If you will not use body language, suppose you are delivering a speech and just you are standing still like this, stand still, that speech will not be effective. If you want yourself to be effective, you will have to use body language. Now see, I am using body language. Sometimes I am moving here, sometimes there, I am using hands, facial expressions, the movements of my eyes, the movements of my eyebrows. So these things add beauty in communication. So in the same way, effective use of body language adds beauty in communication. Now, the next principle of becoming a better communicator is addressing listener with name and salutation. Very, very psychological principle this is. How? I'll show. Now suppose I have a friend and I'm talking to him. Okay? Now, if I say, you are doing well, you are writing beautifully, these sentences are not effective. But if I say, Brother Zubair, you are writing so well. Sir, can I go there? Sir, I have used as a salutation. Suppose my mother called me and I said, yes, that will not be that much effective. But if I say, yes, Mummy, yes, Ammijan, that is more effective. So, taking name, addressing someone with his name or salutation will make your communication so effective. Now see, I gave example. You are writing so well. Zubair brother, you are writing so well. Both the sentences have difference. I think you understood. Next principle of becoming a better communicator is motivation and encouragement during communication. Now, the next principle of becoming a better communicator is motivation and encouragement during communication. Dear friends, always remember, motivation and encouragement is a tonic which every human being requires. Motivation makes your listener confident. Now suppose I'll give one example. Suppose Ahmad and Mahmood, they are talking. During their talk, Mahmood says, Ahmad, I like your smile. You smile during talking. It is very nice. Now Mahmood is encouraging Ahmad. So whenever you are communicating with anyone, and if you find, and definitely you will find some or the other good point, take that good point and encourage your recipient, encourage your listener. Definitely you will be called as an effective communicator, a better communicator. Motivation and encouragement will increase the participation of your listener in your communication. So we should motivate and encourage the listener during communication. Dear viewers, here the time has come to wind up this episode. Inshallahul Kareem, in next episode, soon we will meet and we will discuss on some other principles of becoming a better communicator, and Inshallahul Kareem, you will like them too. Till then, keep watching FGN channel. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam.
Speak a good word or remain silent. Speak a good word or remain silent. Speak a good word or remain silent.